Hello supervisors, and welcome to Ministry Practicum at Avondale College. We're very grateful that you've accepted this opportunity to build tomorrow's ministers. And your input into their growth is really one of the reasons why our pastoral retention has improved in the last 10 years. You may know of the fact that in the 90s, 60 to 80% of Avondale graduates did not stick in ministry. But in recent times, that retention rate has been dramatically changed. And your weekly involvement in the lives of our students is one of the main reasons that has happened. We thank you for that. So, as a new supervisor, what is it that you are required to do by Avondale for our students? Some of our pastoral mentors meet with our students on a weekly basis, but what is required, the minimum requirement, is a monthly meeting with our students. Opportunities for you to discuss ministry with them, opportunities for you to discuss their strengths and their weaknesses. The first opportunity that you get to meet with our students, you need to set a time when you can work on the contract, a binding agreement between you and the student as to what it is that they're expected to do in this semester. What goals should they have? How should they be involved in your church? Remember, this is not them telling you what they must do, but rather a mutual dialogue and negotiation. How you can put them in a place where they need to grow, where they can serve God and His people. Children's Sabbath School is a really great opportunity for the early first and second years to learn skills and to tell children's stories. But there are other places that our students can work. Please don't overburden them with being leaders of the church, like being an elder in their first year, or being the personal ministries leader for the church, or the youth ministry leader for the church. They will let you down because the semesters are only 13 weeks long, and they don't need to be in your church outside of the semester time. So it's always good to use students as backups, as resources, rather than as leaders alone in a field in the church. So a monthly meeting or more, and then around the 10th week you'll meet with the students and you'll discuss this ministry event, this learning experience that they want you to ask questions about as you guide them in their learning, as you open them up to how best they can improve and how they can go forward in ministry. Then you'll see that they have a ministry report form where they've recorded all of the times they've been involved in ministry competencies. And you need to sign off on that. And please only sign it if you're comfortable with that. So these are the two times when deadlines await students. The end of March and August is the contract time, 31st. And the 10th week of each semester is when they need to be seeking your dialogue over a ministry experience, and when you need to be signing their ministry report form. Often pastoral mentors will say, how often should I give the student a pulpit? And there is no requirement for you to do this. It's as you see fit. And when I was a pastoral mentor at Hamilton, we would have the fourth years preach 4 times a year, and the third years preach 3 times a year, and the second years preach twice a year. That's a rough gauge for you, especially if you have multiple churches. Some of you will be wanting to use them more frequently. Please remember that they have a heavy study load, and their work in the church is limited to 20 hours per semester. So thank you for agreeing to be a pastoral mentor. And bless you as you give input into our students, as you guide them, as you pray with them, as you pray for them, as you work through their calling to ministry. May God richly bless you, and may the ministry of our church be strengthened in the future because of what you are doing today for our students and with our students. Please feel free to take them on Bible studies and on visits. Ask them to attend meetings. It's up to you to ensure that this student is balanced and well-grounded as much as possible because of your pastoral input into their lives.